People really seem to overcomplicate this thing called drawing. Pencil, paper, boom, that's all you need. But yet, why is it so complicated? Well, yet, it is intimidating. You flip the page, starting over. You want to draw a person, you want to draw your favorite anime character, you want to draw your favorite animal, whatever you want to draw, but it's a blank piece of paper and you don't know where to get started. Well, it's probably scary because you haven't learned the fundamentals of drawing. The anatomy, the starter piece, the circle everybody draws before they draw a person. I'm gonna go over what it takes to get started drawing manga. It's pencil, paper, less than 20 bucks you can get it. Because, well, one thing I learned, that little skinny lead, you don't have to sharpen it over and over again, so it just stops you from having to constantly sharpen your pencil and keep your lines nice and skinny, because nobody wants giant fat lines or dark lines that they can't erase. But now let's get to the drawing part of the video. This first part is just the most important thing you have to learn. It's the most simple, the most boring, the most repetitive, but you have to learn it. And it's simply the circle. See, not even a perfect circle. As long as you have your circle and you're able to, this is my method right now, just the cross. You always want an eye's worth of width right here between your two eyes. So try to imagine there's an eye there, and then that gives me what I want. And then nose usually is about halfway down, and then I put the chin below here, but it does not have to be perfect. I'm keeping this video authentic and simple as possible because the drawing can be overwhelming. So nose, come out and then come back in. And then mouth set here in the middle. So give them a straight mouth, and then a little slant for the bottom part of the lip. That's all you need. About any anime character has that, or any manga character. I'm not a master of the hair right now. Learn looking other directions. This is what has helped me the most. Yeah, he looks funny. So picture a square and then a cube. So a cube, if you can see the top of it, you're only going to see a little amount. So in this case, you put the cube over here. His hair, you're going to see a little bit at the top because he's looking straight forward. But now if you were to make him look upwards, so you put your slants and your cross upwards, you're going to be seeing the bottom of the cube, or the bottom of the chin. Some more examples here. So if I were to box in this guy's head here, in this case, you're going to see the bottom of the chin. It's starting to be revealed. If you were to look close, you can see I still have the cross pattern here, and that's following the eyes, and that allowed me to know there's an eye width here, and then following the line, and that'll choose the direction that he is looking. And yeah, when you block it in, it does look prettier. So the more time you put into it, it's going to keep looking better. And more tips I've learned through other videos is the ears drop when the person tilts their head back. So if they're tilting their head down like this, you can see the ears pop back up. But yet he's looking kind of straight forward or up. And then this guy's doing the opposite. He's tilting his head back, and then he's looking straight forward, but the eye placement moved as well. Now you can see on this side, his eye is going to be way out here in the open because this is the larger side of the cheek. He's tilting his head to the left, that direction. So his eyeball here isn't going to have as much room, and it should be slightly smaller than the other one as well. This is closer and you see more of it, so you're going to see that just dead in the center of his cheek. And then there is about an eye width in between still. And then the nose overlaps this direction since he's looking that way. The ear is about mid-level. And it looks terrible right now because there's just no detail. It's going to look terrible as you go further and further. And I'm not I'm not perfect with the hair right now. That's one thing I gotta practice, but and then you get your little shading there. Maybe you could even see under his jawline, depending how tilted back his head is. If it was tilted a little more, you'd see more of it. So this guy's gonna be looking up. I'm starting over, you can see I erased it. So since he's looking up, you're not gonna see much of the top of the head. His eyes are focused going upwards, and you're gonna have a lot more room down here. Even see the bottom of the nose. So you can see he's looking up. Nose, and then lips. They're all usually evenly spaced apart. If you were to be looking down, then it would be the opposite. It'll all scrunch together, and you'd only have your center line would come to like here, and you'd only have that much space, but yet they're still about evenly spaced out. And then you got the chin. It looks terrible right now, but once you start locking in your lines, you'll see more of what you're looking at. You're not gonna see much of the hair. Definitely not the top of the head, and then the ears are gonna be lower, as we talked about before. You can see a little bit of this ear. But in this case, you're going to be seeing under the chin a little bit, give it some shadow. But yeah, in this case, his face it's going to be stretched right here. He's looking up. The focus is most of his face. And then you're not going to see the top of the hair. He's looking up at something. There's a giant monster in the sky. You got a shadow under here. You're going to be able to see that pretty well because you can see more of his neck as he looks up. At this point, you kind of go back in, lock in where you think things look best. Over here, you can see more of the back of the hair. Start locking your stuff in. That's a terrible ear. And after that, you can go ahead, get rid of all the ugly lines. And you can really apply it to other characters. You might recognize a couple of these guys here, but apply it to other people and it gives you a lot more direction. The best tip I can give you with drawing is to take action and stay consistent with it. I've been spending the last 30 days just drawing one manga face a day. It's something simple. It takes me less than 5 minutes. I can do it every day. There's not an excuse to not do it, and the amount of progress that I have built from doing that has been the most progress I've ever gained in drawing. So pick a method, stay consistent with it. Don't watch 20 different videos and then try to weigh your options. Like, just start, go along with a few videos. I wouldn't even say a few, like maybe a couple of good videos. Keep it simple. Don't overwhelm yourself. It doesn't need to start big. Drawing just really isn't that hard. I think getting started is the hard part about it, and everybody just gets overwhelmed and sees the people that actually do put in the work and they're not taking the leap. Like, you have to suck first. I started in middle school and I drew all these derpy looking Pokemon. It wasn't pretty. And then in high school, it was still kind of the same thing. I got better, but it was only a better version of the suckiness that I already had. Absolutely nobody picks up a pencil and draws something amazing the first time. It just doesn't happen. It's not possible for somebody to start doing that right off the bat. You have to suck. It took a long time to learn how to draw for me, and I mean, I've been consistent for a month now, and it didn't take that long. It just was the matter of putting in the work and learning the fundamentals, and that guides you through. I wouldn't have been able to do it myself. If I tried it like a year ago by myself with no instructions, like his jaw would have been extra large. I would have figured out a way to screw it up. But with those fundamentals, learning those building blocks, you're gonna have direction. I don't know, the way that you draw the circle and everything lines up on the face, it's perfect. You just have to learn it. Hi, Luna. Luna saying hi. But enough yapping. Go draw something. I encourage you to draw anything. 5 minutes or less. You can just do a quick sketch, and that can go a long way if you just start. And that's what most people don't do. So thank you for watching the video. Leave any kind of feedback. Leave a like, subscribe. Peace out.